What is a toad's favorite soft drink? Coca-Cola. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. Happy Valentine's Day to those who are celebrating / have celebrated the day. I hope you've had a wonderful time all. But thank you for being here with me tonight. We've got Sir Rack of Lamb is first in chat tonight. I hope all is well in Frowntown. Good evening, one and all. Doing well, doing well. We've got Lucent Jelly and Sparrow the Dragoon. Thank you both, my friends. Thank you, Jelly. Thank you, Sparrow. Let's do some commands here. For our wonderful mods. 2 games tonight. Battletoads, Dark Souls. Battletoads, we'll see how it goes. Stage 11 has been consistently pummeling me on my never-ending quest to reach the credits. And Dark Souls should be interesting tonight. We just defeated the 4 Kings last time we played. The boss that has been giving me so much trouble for so very long. I was finally victorious, so I don't know what we're going to do tonight, but whatever it is, should be something kind of new. I don't know. I've got a door I can open now, I think, that I'm afraid might lead to the end game. I don't know that I'm ready for that, so as much as I'm promising that Dark Souls has the potential to offer us something new, I also might just do some exploring, because I might not be ready for the next thing just yet. We'll see. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. How does a farmer party? I'm not sure, Sir Rack of Lamb. He turnips the beats. Well done. Well done. Zelda Dude, welcome in. Happy to see you. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks, and same to you. I did. I beat the 4 Kings. That was I didn't expect to do it. I didn't expect that it was going to happen. I kind of half-heartedly was like, well, let's do one more attempt and then we'll wrap up the stream. And then that one more attempt was the victory attempt. I couldn't believe it. It's just the same thing I've been doing. More or less. I don't know. If you weren't there... I don't want to spoil it. A lot of exciting and interesting things happened to that stream. I made some long overdue discoveries, is all I'll say. Hey, Derek Ocean, welcome in. I hope you're well today. That coffee is way too hot to drink. I'm looking forward to it, but that's gonna murder me if I drink it now. Alright, let's jump into Battletoads. I'm thinking 2 attempts tonight at the old Toads. Another Battle Souls night. Yes, indeed. So, Sparrow, I don't know if you saw I updated the schedule. I put that game you told me about, that C64 game, I put it on the schedule for the first part of the stream on Thursday. I haven't tested it out yet or anything. I'm just kind of hoping it's gonna work. But the plan's to do that one on the first part of the stream on Thursday. We're gonna do what's it called, Luster, and then Battle Souls. Now you've got me saying it. We're gonna do Luster and then Dark Souls on that night. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect from this game. I don't know how tremendous of an endeavor it might be. and whether or not it's going to be something we just kind of sample for a few hours, or if it's something we'll want to see all the way through. We're going to have to make those decisions as we go, I think. You know, no spoilers. I hope it's awesome as a one-button joystick machine can provide. Well, I will be using a gamepad. And now that I've discovered the glory that is the Pokken Tournament for Wii U gamepad on the C64 Mini, I'm never going back. That's a classic one, Zelda, dude. I phrase it just a little bit differently. I would say, two men walk into a bar. You'd think the second would have ducked. I feel like I missed a message in the chat a moment ago. So if I ignored something vital, my apologies. It's difficult to scroll at the moment. No, I'm one away from the one-up. I hate these birds. Oh, I'm so bad at juggling them. Two ducks run into a bar. Alright, let me pause for a moment. Let's enjoy this rockin' tune. I gotta catch up here. My curiosity is gonna run away with me. Derek said I actually finished a game tonight. The Dark Pictures Little Hope. It was really good. Haven't heard of that one, my friend. But glad to hear you enjoyed it. It's I think it's well, I'll say Serac of Lamb. I think it's a newer game, but it's a new game for an old machine. It's a C64 game. I don't really know a whole lot about it though, so Sparrow pointed me in the direction of it, and I tend to defer to his wisdom when it comes to C64. So we're gonna give it a try. You have the one for the NES and SNES, but I've never played it. Yeah, I haven't either. Serac of Lamb. QWOP? I don't know what that stands for, Zelda dude. Hey, Yake, welcome in. Thank you for the resub. Thank you very much. Pleasure to have you here. I hope you've had a fantastic day, and thank you again very much for the support. Do two unlikelies make a likely? Ever been so comfortable that you don't feel like moving or getting up? That's me right now, all the time. It's where you control a character. Oh, it's not the title of a game, it's a type of game. QWOP. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, I find, you know, what is it? WASD? I find that impossible, so. Give me a D-pad all day long. If I can't have that, you know, an analog thumbstick is fine too, but otherwise it's a game that's just not for me. Most likely. Most likely. I'll try, you know. I'll try lots of things. But let's keep our hopes of success measured. Oh, and I don't think I responded, but so comfortable you don't want to get up or move. I strive for that state of existence. That's the way to be. Yeah, I'm not interested. You are right. I'm not interested in movies disguised as video games. That does not seem to me like a valuable way to spend my gaming time. It's the title and the gameplay? Oh, I stand corrected. I thought it was a genre of game. Making your character run causes the music to restart over and over again? Horrific. What's odd is I think you actually get more points out of these guys. Well, kind of depends. In a way, you get more points out of these guys the less effectively you deal with them. Sometimes. It's confusing. Hey, cows, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and welcome to Battletoads. The jumps kind of caught me off guard. Oh. There we are, smooth tunnel section. That was all very good. It's that song, Chariots of Fire. But you wouldn't know unless you were very good at the game. There's a YouTube video of someone playing it perfectly. They even have a perfect playthrough of Superman 64. Gross. What fun is that? You don't get to hear the jarring yet hilarious bone-crushing sound effect when your character hits the ground. I don't even know what RoboCop mode would imply. Like, would it display the prime directives? Prime directives? That's Star Trek. It's the same thing, I think. Yeah, because the RoboCop miniseries was titled Prime Directives. That's frustrating because there's 4 of them. That's not a prime number. Activate it and find out? No, thank you. Underhanded serve is difficult to deal with. Don't mind my lethargic comments, I'll be dozing off soon. Why is that? I'm sick. Oh, I know. I don't like to hear that. Hang in there, Zelda dude. We're pulling for you for a speedy recovery. Watching the live-action RoboCop series from the 90s, it's not half bad. I think I've got that on a, I think I've got that on a DVD somewhere. I haven't actually ever made the time to watch it, though. I don't think it's an official release. Seen the I think aside from like the 4 feature films, I think the only other RoboCop media that I've seen is the first episode of the Prime Directives miniseries. I think that's what it was called. I don't remember it very well though. Cheese this guy. No! I said cheese this guy. There we go. Goodness. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Oh, nice. We got a RoboCop emote. Let's take a closer look at that. Not bad, not bad. The right hand side of the helmet is just a little wonky when it's kind of small in the chat. It looks better when you blow it up. But it's certainly finer pixel art than I could ever create. Yeah, they're I knew there were 2 cartoons. I haven't checked them out though. I would say I'm a RoboCop fan, but, I'm not, I'm not voracious. I haven't consumed all the media there is to consume by far. You know me, I like my entertainment franchises to be very small and self-contained. Hey, here's a friend coming in. Cartridge blowers, welcome in. Good to have you here again. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to your friends. Welcome to Battletoads. My never-ending first playthrough of Battletoads. I've been playing this for I don't know, about 3 weeks. We play it almost every night, and I'm getting real good at like the first, I don't know, 3/4 of the game. But I've yet to make it all the way to credits. This will continue to be my first playthrough until the credits roll. But we're doing it the old-fashioned way, doing it legit. Restarting from the beginning of the game every time I run out of lives. It's consistently heartbreaking. But tell us, what were you up to tonight? What were you doing on your stream, and how did it go? Certainly love to hear what you were doing. Sorry, it's very difficult to look away from the screen on this level. I will certainly catch up with you. Next room. Alright, we can stand here for a while. Consume more media! I just like my franchises to be small, like things that you can sit down and take in and enjoy in one sitting. That's why I've always liked Star Wars more than Star Trek. Star Trek's just out of control, right? There's like 10 different series with 1,000 episodes each, and you got 100 movies and all this stuff, and it's very difficult, Star Trek, to get into and to consume a meaningful percentage of it. Star Wars is so much easier, right? There's just 3 movies. They were made a long time ago. No one's ever made any other Star Wars product. You can sit down, you can consume the entire trilogy in one afternoon and be satisfied. And there's nothing else to worry about out there. That's why I like the Super Mario Brothers. There's just one movie from 1993. It's a fantastic film, and that's all you have to worry about to be an expert in the whole Mario universe. I know there are games and comics and cartoons, but those are all Elseworlds and expanded universe. The canon is easy. It's just one movie. I like simple things like that. Stream Kyle, welcome in. RoboCop certainly no 93 live-action Mario Brothers. I mean, they're both like, but see, that's the cool thing, right? Is they're both like sort of cyberpunk dystopia movies. They have a lot in common. RoboCop and the Mario Brothers movie. They're very similar in a lot of ways. They make for a great double feature. Is that theater rhythm? Final bar line is what you were playing? I have no idea what that is. Cardi said he had to raid and run. Oh, no worries, no worries. Hey, I thank you for dropping in and sharing your people with us. We'll do our best to take good care of them. Playing some Mario and Final Fantasy, just kind of hanging out. Wonderful, wonderful. Casual times. Those make for fantastic times on the stream. Star Trek isn't a show, it's a space engine sound simulator with a side story. I love it. I love it. The other Star Wars movies are fan fiction, Derek says. Master Tuesday, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, Tuesday. Oh yeah, the Marvel stuff. I very quickly fell away from the Marvel stuff. I kind of stuck with it up until the first Avengers movie. I don't think I saw everything leading up to it, but that was sort of my time of peak interest, I guess. And then it just ballooned way out of control. Way out of control. I'm still in it for some reason, Derek says. Hey, if you like it, you like it, you know. Were you born on a Tuesday? Zolder Dude asks Master Tuesday. I was born on a Wednesday. Me and Miss Adams have something in common. Is that why Wednesday is named Wednesday? Because she was born on Wednesday? I never knew that. I could not tell you I could not tell you the day of the week on which I was born. I don't know that I've ever looked into it. I imagine it's easy to Google, but I can't think of why I would have ever wanted that information. I mean, I guess curiosity, right? Ah! I got distracted. Focus up. This part isn't even that hard. Wednesday and Friday the 13th on the same day? Streamcow says, I watched Iron Man and Thor a year or so ago. That's all I've seen of the MCU movies. Also really like the Netflix series, The Punisher. Born on a Friday, Tuesday says, and that was the last Friday I ever saw. I'm still alive. I wish these things would divide from one another. Well, they got me. They got me a lot. I might be dying here. Miracle of miracles. Never mind. I think the first movie I saw in the theater was The Lion King, Stream Kyle says. I couldn't tell you. My memory when it comes to theaters is super unreliable. I feel like I can remember watching every movie I saw as a child in the movie theater, when I know that's not at all possible. So, I have lots of memories of seeing movies in the theater that I know are false, sort of created memories. But I can't differentiate which ones are false from which ones are legit. So I don't really know what I saw in the theater and what I didn't. For a lot of films. I think it's because when I was little, the the TV looks so much bigger, so I just thought every movie was in the theater, even when I watched it on tape. Unlimited continues. If we had unlimited continues, I would have beaten this game weeks ago. It's probably not true, but feels good to think it. I think Lilo and Stitch was the first movie I have a distinct memory of watching in theaters. So I know I saw the Power Rangers movie in the theaters. That's certainly not the first movie that's certainly not the first movie I ever saw in the theater, but it's an early one. We lived very far away from a movie theater when I was growing up. Like, you'd have to drive for about an hour and a half to get to a movie theater. So it wasn't something that we did very often. So like that's one of the ways that I know a lot of my movie theater memories are false, is because there's no way we could have gone to the movie as often as we would have had to for all of my memories to be true. And also, there's no way my parents would have taken me to see some of the movies that I can remember seeing in theaters. So saw Batman Returns in theaters, Derek says. Speaking of movies, I just saw the Super Bowl trailer for the new Mario movie, Tuesday says. I don't think I'm going to be watching any more, I'm not going to be watching any more promotional material regarding it. I'll just wait and see the movie when it becomes available. Jelly really likes Lilo and Stitch. I don't know if she likes the movie so much as she just likes the character Stitch, though. I've never actually seen the movie. Up until I was an adult, I think I saw 6 movies in the theater. Most random was For Richer or Poorer, a movie with Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley. I've seen that film. They impersonate an Amish couple in that movie, right? I think Power Rangers was the second one I saw, maybe Toy Story. Promise you'll watch the Super Bowl trailer after you've gone and seen the movie. Well, there isn't going to be any going and seeing the movie for me Tuesday. I'm pretty sure I'll wait until it's available streaming somewhere, but if you remind me, I'll check out the trailer after I see the movie. The movie and the series is very cute. Stitch is a good choice. But of course, Jelly would have great taste, Cow says. I will relay that message onto her, Cows. I love older movies from the 70s through the 90s, the older dude says, and hate new stuff, and my family loves new stuff and hates older movies. I like old movies and new movies, Derek says. I tend to gravitate towards older stuff myself. I don't know. There's a lot of like movies that I always, that you always hear are great that I've never gotten around to seeing, so. With newer stuff, the biggest problem is there's just always so much stuff coming out, and I don't stay on top of it. So just so much of it's just stuff I've never heard of. I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. Run. Easy game. Getting through here every time. Silver Dude likes James Cameron and Steven Spielberg. Derek Ocean likes Michael Keaton. I've seen stuff from all three I've enjoyed, but though I'm by no means an expert in any of their works. I watched The Green Mile a couple days ago and bawled my eyes out, Zelda Dude says. It's been a while since I've seen that one. I remember the rental came on 2 VHS tapes, though. Didn't get a whole lot of, yeah, Titanic as well. The old 2-tape movie. Didn't get a lot of those. I remember, you know, like if you got like a TV miniseries on tape, it would usually be 2 tapes. Like The Stand or The Shining. I think Dr. Zhivago was 2 tapes. I've never seen that movie. But I think my parents had that. I think that was 2 tapes. And I think they had a movie. It was a Wyatt Earp. I think that was 2 tapes as well. Also never watched it. It's 3 hours long, but feels like it's 2. I wonder how many tapes it would take to fit the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition. That's a good question. Probably be looking at 9 tapes, I would guess. He's got me. He's got me for sure. But never give up. Never give up. I missed a good opportunity for a punch there. Boy, I'm doing bad at this race. Just bad. Making it worse. Making it worse. No, he's beat me again. Oh, this part is just simply nightmarish. It's not hopeless, though. We've done it before. If you make pretty much one mistake, though, like I made a mistake there just a second ago, basically no recovery. A really lucky punch might help you, but You have to run it perfectly, and well-timed punches are mandatory. You can't. I don't think you can beat him without a punch. I mean, maybe maybe if you're a wizard. How do you catch up so quickly? I actually hit him with a really good punch there before. That was good, but then I ruined it. That was good, but then I ruined it by getting stuck. Oh, we still got him. It's a miracle. It's a Valentine's Day miracle. Oh. Oh, no. Getting a little better at that boss. Here's where it all falls apart. It's just devastating. I don't know. I don't know how I'm ever supposed to become proficient enough to accomplish this. Every one of these inputs is like pixel perfect. If you're off by like half a microsecond, you lose so much speed that you can never recover. It's horrible. It's horrible. Whoever designed this stage, I hope they get stuck in traffic every day for 2 hours for the rest of their life. I don't know, let's not open that line of conversation, though. I don't want someone to jump in and ruin it. But I think not. I think it just demands perfection. Believe it or not, some people love this level. I don't believe it, Zergling. Welcome to the stream. Oh. That's about the best I've ever done. I had another run that was nearly identical to that before. Been around just lurking. Have to pay attention on level 11, of course. Right on. Thank you for the lurk. This is where we have potential for things to heat up. I meant this level, not that particular part of this level, but... Precisely. We maximize the suffering every time. I really like the background here. I like how the colors are actually separate layers. You got to spend more time looking at the elements in the game that are not important. Good night, Zelda dude. Thank you for being here. Have a speedy recovery, my friend. Merciless. Merciless. I slipped off the button. Hey, G Money, the tight. Well, see, the thing is, I actually look forward to those parts because I think it's like Pac-Man, where I can take turns faster than the spiral, but I can't take straightaways faster. I think Pac-Man works the same way, right? Pac-Man turns faster than the ghosts, but they have the advantage on straightaways. Assuming I could make perfect turns. I mean, I lose a lot of speed on the corners when I turn imperfectly, which is most of the time. Been enjoying the background of this level. It's very aesthetic. Oh, is that it? Out of continues. Alright, one more try. Ruthless. Settle into my couch a little more comfortably here for the long road ahead. I think by the time I clear Klinger Winger, I'm gonna be running the rest of the game blindfolded. How's Battletoads going tonight? So far, so good. I've gotten pretty consistent to where I can make it to level 11 on a single credit now. The last, like, I don't know, last like 4 or 5 runs across the last couple nights. Seems like I can get there pretty much every time. It's all just a matter of learning stage 11 now. Which is brutal stage. Not for the faint of heart. Thank you for the GG. Who knows? Who knows? This pattern keeps up, though. Like, you know, the blindfolded thing was a joke, but, one life Battletoads may be a thing in our future, depending on how long it takes me to get stage 11 down. I might get enough practice in to where I lose my mind and decide to go on the one life grind. Nice. One up. That's actually a really good opportunity to get a one up there, and I just never pull it off. Yeah, we'll try Genesis Battletoads down the line at some point. I actually own that one as well, so I'd like to play it and do a first-hand comparison. So busy at work today, Mahiro says. Eating a leftover beef tenderloin. Nice. I've been making chicken and broccoli stir fry. Been doing a lot of chicken and broccoli the past couple days. It's good. No spaghetti tonight. I told Jelly had worked late tonight, so I told her, I said, maybe we'll do our traditional, our semi-traditional spaghetti dinner later this week when we're both a little more free at the same time. Love a good stir fry. It's fantastic. I think my problem in the past I used to have a habit of making stir fry, and I would just want to put all the things in it. So it had just a kaleidoscope of vegetables, which is good because then you get all the vegetables. But I don't know. Lately, I've been trying to just to really focus in and just do like one or two vegetables in my stir fry, and I'm actually appreciating it a lot more this way. It's like we just did chicken and broccoli and bell pepper. Whereas before I might have done, I might have also put in like mushrooms and baby corn and who knows what else. I mean, I do still put in onion and garlic and spicy peppers, but I don't really count those. Those are like seasonings, not ingredients, right? carrots, peppers, broccoli, and onion. I'm less a fan of carrots in my stir fries. They're alright. I like the flavor of carrots. My big issue is that when it comes to carrots, I usually want them way more cooked than they're ever going to get in a stir fry. I like my carrots to be just falling apart soft. Because otherwise it takes me 1,000 years to chew a bite of carrot. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about carrots, but I gotta chew a bite of carrot. I gotta chew it forever. I like the less is more approach to cooking. Yeah, I'm really getting on board with it. I use meat, seasoning, and not much else in my stir fries, Zergling says. I mean, like a Thai basil stir fry is supposed to be like that. Basically, just chicken and seasonings. You see a lot of people adding vegetables to it, but that's actually a very controversial move. From what I understand. Fried meat. Usually cook the carrots first. Yeah, I would have to do that, or I just have to basically cut them so thin as to make sure that they'll be destroyed, which is kind of what I do with broccoli stems anyway, right? Like when I'm preparing the broccoli, I do I cut off the florets and then I cut the stems like really, really tiny and thin. And I throw them in early when I put in the onion and garlic so that they cook for a super long time and basically disintegrate. And then like the florets I put in near the end so they stay slightly crunchy. I use rice. Jelly likes noodles with her stir fry. I'm not as big a fan of it. Hey, Lightbane, welcome in. Battletoads, more like rad old toads. This is a pretty rad game. There's no denying that. I like the noodles more myself, but I can go with both. I don't know that I've given noodles a proper, I don't know that I've given them a proper chance, to really be fair. I don't really think there's a lot of chance of me preferring noodles over rice. I tend to prefer rice in general. Like when I have chili, you know, I'll serve it over either noodles or rice, but I prefer to serve it over rice. I've thought about trying to make some cashew chicken, though. And part of me just feels like if I do, I need to serve that over noodles. Or, you know, stirred into noodles. So I may give that a try, and that may, if I get around to trying that, that may sort of bring noodles back into the running. That guy has caused me so much pain. I can't believe he turned out to be such a chump. Actually, you know, compared to a lot of this game, he's caused me very little pain if I'm really weighing everything, you know, accurately. He's caused me a lot less pain than so much, but still. His amount of pain caused to chump he is ratio is, like, really wild. Nonetheless. Need the right noodles. The best kind are one of the cheapest. Look for the one with the rooster. Are they rice noodles? Or are they wheat noodles? What are they? What kind of noodles are they? I don't know a whole lot about noodles. Wow, I haven't died there in a while. That's a shame. That's a more obnoxious jump, but it's been a very long time since it's actually gotten me. I don't really know. The brand is a rooster. I want to say they're egg noodles, but not 100% sure. Alright, fair enough. I like to make my own pasta, but I like to make it with wheat flour. And it's just, the wheat flour makes a dough that is so hard to work with. I really like the richer taste of wheat flour, though. It makes a nice noodle, but, like, I can't run it through, like, a pasta machine or anything like that. I have to do it all by hand, and it's such a pain. It's just the densest, most the toughest dough. By hand, that's good. Well, I don't do it. I don't do it all that often because yeah, I gotta roll it out and slice it all by hand. So it tastes really good though. I can hardly be bothered to make my own pasta using the stand mixer attachment. I've been a chef for 14 years now, and no way I'm making my own pasta. We're like stone cold in the rock. Oh, baking and I do not like each other. I missed that comment, so I thought you meant that you and I, Mile High, were all like stone cold in the rock. And I had to ask you to, I was about to ask you to elaborate. Link and Ganon, okay. Baking and I do not like each other. I mean, is making pasta, would you consider that baking? I guess it's kind of like, you know, working with flour and whatnot. Working with a dough. I'm not much of a baker. I don't know why I find baking to be so much harder too, because like on paper, like it seems like on paper baking should be so much easier than savory cooking, because like baking is like so much more. Baking seems to be, I mean, so far as the actual producing the thing, like not talking about the decorating in that stuff, but like just producing the product seems to be so much more of a science than savory cooking. Where like your recipes are so much more exact, and that like if you just follow it, you should consistently get good results. But I don't know, I somehow managed to not do it right. I still managed to fail. I blame my oven in part. I think it's because I have an old oven. Someone was telling me not that long ago about like when you use a really old cookbook for a recipe, you need to be careful to adjust the cooking times and the temperatures. And I'm not really sure adjust them in what way, but because oven technology has improved so much over the decades that if you have a very old cookbook, then you're gonna ruin it if you stick to the cooking times more often than not. Having a consistent oven helps baking so much. Yeah, I don't believe my oven. I don't believe the temperatures that my oven... I don't believe it's correct. I doubt my oven stays consistently at the temperature I have told it to, if it ever even reaches it. Ban flour from everything. I hate working with flour, my Hyrule says. Baking is chemistry, cooking is art, Cow says, which is why baking and I are much more compatible. Baking with bug flour, 800% more insects. Probably really good for your protein intake. For some reason, baking never works out for me, Mile Hyrule says. I bake my kids pizza and chicken nuggets, Zergling says. That's about where my baking ends, though baking some French lamb a few weeks ago turned out really well. I like to bake chicken. I like to just, throw some chicken on a baking sheet and some vegetables and just like I love the ease of the meal. Whoa, where'd my bounce go? I got no bounce out of that spring. That was really weird to hit him so many times without him, like, taking off into the air. I'm inclined to suspect that was a good thing. No. Should probably look into how. I should probably look into how to bake roasts in the future. The lamb has me thinking I might be missing out on not learning that. I don't know about baking, but I love to take a big chunk of beef roast and prepare it in the pressure cooker. The pressure cooker terrifies me, but it creates a very enjoyable product. I think the pressure cooker is the scariest piece of kitchen equipment that I own. I could never own a pressure cooker. Too scary, Cal says. Yeah, it is very scary. I mean, I could get the same results out of a crock pot, right? I would just have to wait like 6 times as long. Or the oven too, right? With a big pot, you know, with a big sturdy pot. The only thing is that it'd be heating the. I feel like it's inefficient, right? To heat the whole oven to make a meal that would fit inside of a crock pot. I assume there's a lot of energy waste there. Can't take the pressure. I think that's what it refers to, right? It's not the pressure that builds up inside, it's the stress, the anxiety that builds up inside when you're using it, and that little thing on the top is just rattling away. I'm anxious already. I don't need to use an appliance to manufacture more anxiety. Wise. Come on, why I'm doing so bad at stage 9. I don't do this bad at stage 9. I'm a stage 9 expert. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm by no means am I the best the best in the world at managing my energy efficiency. Don't let me give you that idea. Bogus. I don't believe the fish could have woken up and found me like that. I don't believe it at all. I can see I can see the duck-related frustration growing into an out-and-out vendetta. Battletoads can make a man do strange things. It is pretty consistently fun, though. Like, I might not be able to make it past stage 11, but the 10 stages I can make it through, I really enjoy them now. Particularly when I clear them. Yeah, it's not torture going back to stage 11 every time. It's kind of an exciting journey when I'm doing well. Nice. That was a good punch. No. That punch would have won. No, I missed the kick. Ah, I still would have won. I got the kick, but I somehow was just too off from the bomb. Oh, that's sad. We should have had that. We should have had that. I did everything right. Until I didn't. Those punches might have been enough, though. Probably one. Well, I got hung up. If I get one more good punch, we'll be fine. I could have punched him there. I purposely didn't because I didn't want to knock him ahead instead of back. That was calculated. And it paid off. Such a weird boss. It's like this guy's not even interested in fighting me. and I just show up and bully him into. I'm entirely the aggressor in this situation. I'm all right. I'm all right administering the bare minimum of punches to get me through. That's true. Though I suppose we don't really. I suppose we don't really know how detailed his knowledge of the rest of the stage may have been. That's a new PB. Alright, a few more tries to get it right. That was painful to watch. Hey, my washing machine is finished. What I haven't decided, and this is something I don't want an answer on, but it's something I am trying to work out for myself. I have a suspicion that if I get better at my suspicion is if I get better at changing my direction on the sound, there's a sound, and if I can use that as a cue for changing direction, like, it'll make this, like I think that's what I want to do. But I'm not sure. I can't really tell if the sound happens when I need to change direction or as I'm changing direction. So that's what I'm trying to work out here. My suspicion is if I can memorize this course, oh my goodness, and I can get good at reacting on the sound cue, I'll have the level down. But I haven't entirely worked out whether or not that's true. That was that's a new PB. That's the best. That's the furthest I've ever made it into this level. I get a little bit further every now and then. Certainly doesn't happen every time. Bad start. How many times are you doing Battletoads this week? I'm planning to do it tomorrow and maybe Friday. I think Thursday's the only night we're not going to be doing Battletoads. And that's not really guaranteed that we won't, but I don't think we will. So tomorrow we're going to do things a little differently, and we're going to do Battletoads tomorrow, but we're going to do it in the second part of the stream. We're going to start tomorrow with the Minish Cap, and then do Battletoads at the end. Which may mean, depending on how things are going that night, how I'm feeling, that may mean we do more attempts than is typical. That's sort of the idea. I don't have it planned for Thursday or Friday. But Friday, so it's not, we're not officially doing Battletoads Thursday or Friday, but that doesn't mean I won't just throw it on randomly on Friday if we have a lot of time on the stream. I'm going to lean away from doing that, though. I think if we do have extra time, I'm going to lean toward playing something, probably replaying something short that we haven't done in a while. Maybe Gunsmoke or one of the Ghosts and Goblins games, something like that. So just Battletoads tomorrow, which would be all I would expect. How's that for a super long-winded kind of non-answer? Hey, Doe, good to see you. You're here just at the very end of Battletoads. How long have we been playing? We've been going 2 hours. We can maybe make one more Battletoads run. I was kind of only going to do 2. I think we'll do one more. UPB 24-hour Battletoads stream. At the current rate of progress you have, I think you stand a very real chance of beating level 11 this week then. We shall see. That would be nice. Yeah, they weren't messing around here. Yeah, we're really close. I think we're really close to beating the Minish Cap. I'm part of the way through what I think is the final dungeon. I'm like 5 heart pieces away from having all the hearts. I got a lot of figurines. If I want to do the figurine grind, I've got a lot of figurines to buy yet. A lot of issues of that, like, sword magazine. If we're going to get that too. Seems like I'm so close to 100% though that we might as well, you know, do our best to try and reach it. There's one heart piece I just can't figure out how to get, though. I think that I've got to find... I think it's a kinstone thing. I got to find one random character somewhere in the world. I don't know. We're so close to 100%. I feel like we should get it, but I also feel like the last, 1% of the game is going to take me so long to complete. The devs, the devs were not messing around with stage 11 here. All right, we'll do one more. I was just going to do 2, but we'll do one more run. But that's got to be it. After this run, we're going to do something in Dark Souls. No. Unacceptable. If I were going to get a video game related tattoo, the sprite of the Battletoad when he's surprised, that jaw drop look, that would be a strong contender. That's one of my favorite pieces of video game art, is the surprised Battletoad. No. Birds. No. I wasn't ready for the third one. Yuck. Cool. Give me that sword. Not even gonna try to juggle them. Okay, we had a super ugly vertical section, so let's hope this part can maybe make up for it. No! Ah! Turbo Tunnel. Not particularly sure why, but at some point I inadvertently picturing. Let's keep the topics of conversation above the belt circling. I don't need to hear comparisons like that in the chat, please. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Oh, now I'm falling apart. I'm so happy that I finally figured out to pick up that ice block there at the first part where that level's off. Because I lost so many units of health, if not lives, trying to dance around it before. I'm so happy that I figured out I can punch the ice block instead of trying to jump on it. Because that was what was really getting me in trouble. Not really where I tried to pick it up, but jumping on it instead of punching it was the worst. Angelus, welcome in. I hope you're having a fine day, my friend. Welcome to your friends. Happy Valentine's to those who may be celebrating it. Come on in and tell us about what were you doing tonight and how did your stream go. We're still on the Battletoads grind. This is run number 3 of the night. I was just gonna do 2, and then I talked myself into doing a 3rd one. It's a little sloppier than the previous 2 runs so far. So maybe not the best idea. But it's not completely bad. We've made it to stage 11 both times so far. And I've gotten further than I've ever been into the stage, but you know, the ending still remains somewhere out there in the distance. More Greek. Almost gave up on the game, but managed to beat the boss. So I'll be continuing the game next Wednesday. Right on. GG on the victory. That was perfectly terrible. This is the worst. This is the worst attempt I've had in a long time. I am bleeding lives. Guess that's why we stop at 2 attempts normally. It tends to be diminishing returns, right? I don't know. I find like when I'm on like a grind like this, usually my first attempt is the best of the night, and it quickly goes downhill. But if I do a whole lot, you know, if I only do a couple attempts, then usually like I have 1 or 2 good ones, and then they turn to trash for a long while. But if I stick with it and I do an extraordinary amount of attempts, at some point they kind of loop around and start getting good again. But that's more so with not just trying to beat a game attempts like this, but more so with like when we're on a challenge grind. That pattern really presents itself. Clinger Winger level is harsh on the hands anyway, at least I think so. Yeah, my left hand does start to ache with that one a bit. I find like, and I think that actually works against me, because like my instinct is to squeeze the controller so tightly. Which can neither be good for my hand or the controller. But I'm just like, I don't know, it's like pressing the button harder is going to make me go faster, right? But I kind of feel like on the few attempts where I've managed to like be sort of self-aware and try to lighten my touch on the D-pad are more often the ones where I tend to get further, so I'm kind of working against myself in that regard. I can't even do the snakes. That was weird. I was climbing inside. You're more courageous than me. Never gotten past stage 3, and will never attempt this on Twitch because I might throw my controller. I don't think I'm in real danger of throwing anything. That's usually not been my MO. When I'm really out of sorts, I'll give my controller a good shaking, but I'm not really likely to throw it. Shake my controller, shake my fist at the game. Give it a stern finger pointing. But I'm fairly good at allowing not allowing my rage to become destructive. If the game isn't careful, it'll get the reset sword. Yes, Tusk. It does take I don't know. It has taken a degree of conscious effort to sort of cultivate a more upbeat response to my many failures. But I think it's certainly been worth it. I'm falling apart. I'm just falling apart. I'm not even gonna... It's not good. Run 3 was a mistake. Sorry, Cows. I see you dropped a message there. I'm holding on for dear life though, so I'm gonna take a moment before I get to it. One of the biggest struggles that I had, sort of pre-stream, one of the biggest gaming struggles that I had was Captain Toad. I wish I had started streaming before I played that game. Because, like, Captain Toad is like a cute, casual game, and it's fun, and there's very little to, like, trip you up and make you sort of, like, aggravated. Unless you're going for 100%. The very final challenge in Captain Toad is out of this world. Is out of this world difficult. It is maddeningly hard, the final challenge in Captain Toad. I struggled with it for several days. And it was a long, lonely grind. It would have been really nice to have some help. Alright, Cal says, I finally finished running around packing everything up. It turns out I have to travel to put out fires after all. I can now focus entirely on Battletoads. What run are we on? This is run 3, Cows. Sorry to hear you do have fires to put out. I hope that your travels go safely. This is run 3, and it's been going real poorly. This is a hard level. Welcome in, Arkanoid Addict. It is, the Inferno level there is, I mean, it's no joke of a level. It's super cruel. But, boy. I did it so much more cleanly on the first 2 runs. Both of my previous runs, my lives were completely filled up. You know, not only by the time we got through this stage, but mostly through the next couple stages. I have bled a lot of lives. Living dangerously with the 3 runs. Yeah, I know. What an error. Not good. Not good. My Nature Valley bar just tried to kill me. I swear, these crunchy ones are dangerous. That's like a granola bar? They crumble real easily. Angela said, when I see that this is waiting for me, if I get past stage 3, I'm like, yeah, I'm good at not seeing past that stage. Well, I can tell you, for what it's worth, it is very rewarding. Every time you clear a new level, it's like Dark Souls, right? It's like it's like a crushing, miserable struggle for hours and hours, and then when you finally clear something, it's very delightful. There's something really weird with the way that the boss, like, triggers for this part. Like, you don't actually have to climb up as high as you're supposed to. You can just, like I was kind of doing there, you get up to a certain point and you can just kind of jump in place and the screen will scroll. And it counts, you know, it counts for you making it high enough, even though you sort of technically didn't. Hang in there, Toad. No. That's the first time I've had to use a credit before stage 11 in a while. Sad. Very sad. Rip the 1cc. The oat and honey kind are so good because they aren't overly sweet, but the granola dust can hit you in the back of the throat and feel like death. I don't often eat granola bars. I like those. I like that Cliff brand. I don't know if I like the bars or if the advertising just works on me, but I gravitate towards those if I want like a granola bar type thing. I think those are granola. There's some sort of like cereal bar. Cliff is pretty good. I like taking them when I go on long hikes. Yeah, and I suppose that's why I haven't had one in a while, is because I would get them more frequently when I lived in Houston. I'd like to go out walking around the city, and one of those was a fine thing to have in my pocket. For those treks. I'm less inclined to go out walking around now that I live somewhere where there's 3 feet of snow outside for a good chunk of the year, and they don't even particularly clear the roads very well. I don't really want to trudge through all that. That's why the stationary bike has become more my friend. I'm starting to suspect this might not be the run. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be the one. But you never know, you never know. I mean, if our, if our goal is just to clear stage 11... If our goal is just to clear stage 11, any run could be the run. Imagine if it was the run, that would be extra amazing. I mean, it'd be kind of sad to have my first clear be on such a ridiculously ugly attempt. It'd definitely be like super on brand though. I go on runs every other day, but this year I may not. Local Fish and Game said the mountain lions had a really good year last year. Don't wander off into any danger, Tusk. I wouldn't feel safe around mountain lions fully armed. The thing is, I know that both bears and wolves live near me. I believe we get both bears and wolves. I guess I shouldn't say I know, I guess I should say I think, but at any rate, I don't really, I'm not really afraid of those, because I don't think I'm actually likely to stumble across either of them, but, I'm mostly afraid of, poorly trained and poorly supervised pet dogs. I think that's the, when it comes to animals, I think that's the thing, that's what poses the greatest threat to me if I'm outside wandering around. Not gonna play with the giant kitty cats. An explosion in population means they'll also be extra aggressive because of the fights for food and territory. I don't know that I ever even would have considered that that factor, but it certainly makes sense to me. That was close. Hey, nice. We've got a raid coming in. Let's just hang out here a moment and say hello to everybody. Hello, SM Charles. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to all your friends. Pleasure to have you with us. Hey there, Nado Fett. There's a name I recognize. Welcome in, Nado. Who else do we have here? Great drinks. Thank you for coming along. I hope you're doing well. Happy Valentine's to anybody who is celebrating that, has celebrated that today. And you know, I hope everyone else is having a fantastic week as well, of course. JRP, welcome in. And Kofa, pleasure to have you join us. Dr. Girlfriend, happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Thank you for being here. So what were you all getting up to tonight? What were you doing on stream and how did it go? Super Metroid. I'm not well versed in the Metroid series. I've only played a handful of the games, and the ones I have played I've only played once, but Super Metroid is easily my favorite of them. My friends, if you want to use that link in the shout out to click through and give our friend Charles a follow. Is the SM and SM Charles, is that Super Metroid Charles? Super Metroid Runner. I occasionally run other games too, like Ninja Gaiden and Marble Madness. Marble Madness is a game I have a tremendous fondness for, and I'm trash at it. It was one of the games, I didn't have it as a kid, but one of my good friends did, and I would always play it with him when I was hanging out over at his house, and we were terrible at it. Terrible. But we played it all the time. So I think of it very fondly. I believe we've actually had you here in the chat before. I feel like I recognize your name, but I don't think we've ever been lucky enough to receive a raid from your channel, so thank you again for that. It's great to have you back with us. Speedrun Super Metroid. It was pretty okay. Charles is a good dude, Nato says. I mean, of anyone who comes with Nato's stamp of approval. Certainly I would trust to be. You know each other personally from Japan. Oh, right on. So yeah, this is my ongoing first playthrough of Battletoads. I've been working on it for like 3 weeks. So I'm really familiar with a lot of the parts of the game, but I've never made it to the credits. We're doing it legit. We're playing. I've got a real cartridge on a real NES with a real CRT television. With no, I play everything I do very strictly blind. I'm not receiving any feedback or tips or anything like that. I'm just struggling through. A game over means a restart. So it's a long, slow, painful journey through Battletoads. But I've gotten pretty good at the first 10 stages. This is a really bad run that I'm on right now. This is a trash run. I actually had to use a continue, I think twice already. Once or twice, I don't remember. I've gotten so familiar with the first 10 stages though, I can usually make it to stage 11 on a single credit. And then 11 trashes me every time. I haven't learned 11 at all. It is a disaster. But I'm having fun. I'm having fun. That the process, right? It's all the process of slowly learning a game. Nado's stamp of approval is in high regard, Omnigazer says. Welcome in, Omnigazer. Thank you for joining us. You'll get it, Frownie, for sure. Thank you for the vote of confidence. I feel like I can make it eventually. It's it might be a far ways off. Hyperwork, welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate you coming on board with us. Very kind of you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you, Kofa. Those are the only types of hints I really like. I'm kind of a maniac. My regular viewers, they tend to tell people that Frownie doesn't read the back of the box when he buys a game because it's too many spoilers, and it's kind of a joke, but it's also not wrong. I like to capture on the stream a very sort of natural, raw, ugly experience of learning a game. Thank you. Good luck. Enjoy your playthrough. Thank you. I appreciate the wishes of good luck. Definitely going to need them. Might play this game in a couple weeks. I hope you do, Nado, and I hope I'm there for it. This is on my playlist too, Charles says. I hope you get to it, because it is very rewarding. It's I kind of like brutal NES games to begin with. It's something that I gravitate toward. So it's in some ways perfect for me. Frownie takes the blind run to a whole extra level. I kind of do. So sorry. Sorry, because I know that's somewhat off-putting for people that may just be coming in and are not as sort of familiar with the project. But I assure you, it leads to some glorious times. If for you, glorious is synonymous with catastrophic. These rubber ducks are so ugly. Frownie thrives on confusion and struggling, so are misleading hints okay then? I actually really appreciate the line of thought, Zergling, but we better not travel down that road because then if I made that the policy, we'd get people in who didn't know much about the game, and it would set a very bad standard. I like the way you think, but the excuse I'm going to use to shut down that policy is that it will lead to too much it will lead to too much accidental real information. That's the way we're going to approach that. No. No, of all the places to die. I was out of the level. We were on easy streak, and then I threw it away. Learning to get past some of these fish, and especially those ducks. Well, it's been rubble, or it's been rough. Yeah, the old two-fisted punch. It's like a Captain Kirk move, right? Ernie would be in tears, Angela says. Those ducks are probably as annoying as the flying green monsters in Ninja Gaiden. Flying green monsters. I've played through Ninja Gaiden a handful of times. I don't know. I don't know if I can picture. It's been a while since I picked that one up. Oh yeah. We usually have the game volume down pretty low. It is a bit lower than maybe it should be. I'll bring it up a little bit, but I tend to keep the volume fairly low, so I have an easier time talking over it. And it kind of fits the more sort of laid-back vibe that we go through, that we aim for around here. Really, tripping over my words. My brain power is kind of being used to max capacity at the moment. So for everyone who's come in with a raid one more time, if you're, thank you very much for checking out the stream and for hanging around with us a bit. I really appreciate that. And if you haven't been here before, some of the details about what we do. I mean, I'm Frownie, of course. I stream several nights a week, starting up around 11 p.m. Central Time. And we go until question marks, usually somewhere between 5 to 7 hours per stream. Usually do 2 games a night. Currently, we're juggling Battletoads, the Minish Cap, Dark Souls, and C, the Contra Adventure. Are the big projects that I'm working on. Whenever we're on a first playthrough of a game, like we've talked about, we've got a super strict blind policy, so it's quite the struggle to get through anything I play. Believe me, it's made something like Dark Souls astronomically hard. There's so much I don't know about that game. But it leads to very, very sweet rewards. I do like to do challenge runs of games sometimes, the things that I know better. Contra, Castlevania, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. We've done deathless runs of each of those. Sometimes with additional challenges like, damageless or no items stacked on top as well. All almost sort of equally blind, just casual strategies, no research, no glitches or professional tricks. And the other type of thing that I very frequently like to do is to play what seems like never-ending marathons of broken trash games. I have very refined palate for jank. So you'll frequently see games of dubious quality around here when you tune in. But in general, we try to keep it a very relaxed stream, a very sort of comfy environment for people to sort of tune in and forget the cares of the world. We lean in a more, we lean in a pretty sort of laid back and family-friendly type direction. Although we do occasionally play M-rated games. That's the whole idea. Dubious quality, yes. Too much Battletoads has scrambled the words. They have this speech center in my brain entirely shut down. The Minish Cap was fun. I have loved the Minish Cap. It's one I'm a pretty big Zelda fan. I've played a lot of the games, but Minish Cap's one of the few that I've never gotten around to before the stream, and I have really loved the playthrough of it. Almost everything about it's fantastic, but I especially love the puzzles to the game. They did a really great job crafting puzzles for the Minish Cap. The exploration in it has been pretty fun, though I will say I'm very mixed to negative on the implementation of the kinstones as being the way that most of the secrets are unlocked. I think that's a very clunky method for implementing secrets. And so I'm not super crazy about it, but we have at the same time gone out of our way for almost all of them. I don't know that I can promise 100% completion of the Minish Cap, but we have been trending close to it. I'm falling apart. At this boss. A lot of the bosses in Battletoads, I've discovered, a lot of them are sort of situations where if they hit you one time, it becomes very easy for them to take a whole life away from you. No. Oh, thank goodness we made it through. I don't remember Friday the 13th. I don't follow the question though. No, I haven't played that one yet. That's Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street on the NES. Those are both on my to-do list. We played Friday the 13th on the Commodore 64, which is actually a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. Your mileage may vary. It's not a good game, but I had fun with it. Your inputs here have to be so perfect to outrun this, whatever it is. Spiral. Umbrella top. Lollipop. And that's it. Another run crumbles. We certainly tried our best. That was an ugly run. That was by far the worst one of the night. Dr. Girlfriend, thank you for the follow, by the way. I owe you a thank you. Very much appreciated. Thank you for coming on board with us. I'd like to see a speedrun category for Zelda 1 where you must get 75% completion and in the game with 173 rupees. That seems to me oddly specific. This level is pants on head crazy. This stage is evil, you can't make any mistakes. Yeah, so far as I'm aware, that whole stage is just like frame perfect inputs around the turns, and until you master that, you get to see the first part of the game a whole lot. It has been spoiled for me that there do exist warps to travel between levels. I don't know where any of them are, or I don't know where they are or how to activate them, but it has been spoiled for me that warps of some kind exist. In general, I would never make use of them though. So it's fine that I don't want to know about them, but even if I did, I would never use them. We have to do everything the hardest way possible. But if you're not as crazy as me, you might be able to give yourself an easier time through the game than I'm having. Playing it this way is good though, because I kind of suspect I'm going to want to attempt to at least do a 1 credit clear of this game after I beat it for the first time. I mean, I've had so much practice at so much of it at this point that it doesn't seem like it could possibly be that much more difficult to grind the practice of the last couple levels. So playing it the way I'm playing it has a benefit there in that I'm getting so much practice that following up the first clear with a challenge run should be a pretty easy thing to do. I want to know what would make this lollipop so angry, Cow says. Lollipops are inherently evil. They're pure sugar, Nato says. It's an upgraded version of the bubble from the old film The Prisoner. I'm afraid I don't get the reference. This level is basically you versus Jason. No matter how fast you run, Jason will always walk fast enough to catch you. It does. Frame Perfect is my middle name, Nato says. Maximize the suffering. Exactly. Well, my friends, it's been fun. We had 2 really great runs and then 1 really rough one. I'm sorry everyone had to come in for the kind of abysmal 3rd run. We will play more of this. I'm planning to play Battletoads again on the stream tomorrow night, and we're actually going to switch it to where we're going to play Battletoads in the second half of the stream. I've been opening with it most nights, but we're going to close with Battletoads tomorrow night. We're going to start with the Minish Cap, and then do Battletoads runs until I run out of steam. So hopefully, the idea of doing them in the reverse order is that hopefully I'll do a whole lot of runs of Battletoads tomorrow, and maybe eventually beat Stage 11. But we're done with it for now. We're going to put it away. We're going to move over to the Switch, and we're going to play a little bit more Dark Souls. I just beat a boss last week in Dark Souls. I beat the 4 Kings after struggling. I struggled with the 4 Kings for like 3 weeks. I finally beat them last week, so we get to do something new tonight. I don't exactly know what that's going to be, and I'm kind of scared that we're heading like close to the end game. So there may also, while I say we can do something new, there may also be a little bit of backtracking going on first to sort of double around and give myself an opportunity to find the things I might have missed. But we'll see. We'll just kind of play it by ear. I don't think I said welcome to the stream to Sly Hippo. Welcome in. Why don't I just join forces with the Dark Queen? That seems like a good idea. It might be easier, right? Is that Horsies Will Kill? Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a fine day. I'm sorry if you joined us for Battletoads. We're actually done with Battletoads for the night. We're about to move over to Dark Souls. But we're certainly very happy to have you with us. Alright, my friends, I'm going to take a very short BRB. I'm gonna step away for just a moment while I switch the consoles over. And yeah, I'll be back with you for a different flavor of suffering and brutality. So if you'd like to join me for that, then just stand by a few moments. Either way, thank you for joining me for Battletoads, and we'll play some more of this tomorrow night. But I'll see you again in just a few moments.